The Norse story of Ragnarok is a fascinating and fantastical one. All the way from the lifeblood that creates the first being Ymir, and all of the beings of all the 9 realms from him, including the Aesir gods, all the way to the final day with Asgard destroyed by the fire giant who has trained his entire life for this very purpose. Ragnarok is a massive event in Norse mythology, and one that isn't 100% locked down with debates in few areas. One thing that is for sure though is that there is no Greek Spartan god of war that comes from a faraway land who settles down with a local woman and raises a young boy. And certainly there is no Kratos killing members of the Aesir gods Magni and Baldur way before Ragnarok even happens. No, Kratos simply being in this timeline of events has changed the course of Norse mythology, and I believe Kratos has changed the ending of Ragnarok. My name is Eddie, and a quick note here, while it would be completely fine for you to watch this video by itself and enjoy yourself and everything like that, I highly recommend that you check out my previous video which kind of ties into this whole story. You can do that by clicking the little card up here. It acts as a very cool setup to this video right here. I highly recommend it. Obviously no pressure, but something I think you'll enjoy if you watch them both back to back. Anyway, just wanted to mention that. Enjoy. Oh, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more God of War content. Okay, so it is my belief that Kratos coming to Midgard and interfering with the Norse story of Ragnarok will change the end events where originally all the giants die, and instead the giant race will survive and the Aesir gods will be defeated with their tyranny vanquished from all of the realms. And the dead giants I mentioned in my previous video at the end of God of War 2018 will be resurrected for one final battle at Ragnarok, but this time with Kratos as the unstoppable force on their side, unaccounted for in the original prophecies of Ragnarok. So to pick up from my last video and the end of God of War 2018, the giants that lay out on the mountains are from a different timeline, I believe, and are indeed the last remaining giants who fled from the other realms for safety. They were brought there from the Battle of Ragnarok in another timeline along with Jormungandr when he fought Thor. It is my belief that Laufey / Faye in our timeline with Kratos along with Groa the Knowledge Keeper, who is a legendary seer and the one who first foresaw Ragnarok, they both know about the events of this new and different timeline and how Kratos is going to affect it. I believe that Groa the Knowledge Keeper foresaw the other timeline first and then saw this new branching path where Kratos arrives in Midgard and how drastically the events of the timeline would change with Kratos in the picture. That's why the Jotnar edition of God of War Ragnarok is the shrine of Groa the Knowledge Keeper herself, because it's playing such a big part in this game. I think that Groa saw these different events and told Faye about it, her involvement, and how Kratos simply being here and being that unstoppable force and always being by Atreus' side to protect him and vanquishing any enemy that means to do him harm would change the course of the original prophecy. And that change being, I believe the future they saw was one with Kratos on their side in the battle against the Aesir gods, and when the time comes, when Ragnarok comes round in this timeline, the giants laying dead in Jotunheim will be resurrected. Resurrected so they can rise to a final battle at Ragnarok against the gods. The same gods that were intent on wiping them out in an alternate future, but this time with Kratos at the tip of the spear, and this time the giants do not die. This time the giant race lives on and the Aesir gods are defeated. Kratos will have changed Ragnarok. This would explain a lot of things from the 2018 game and the new trailers of God of War Ragnarok. It would explain why Faye kept her true identity and passed a secret throughout their relationship, if it meant that knowing this could endanger the outcome should Kratos choose not to be a part of it. And if we go with the assumption that Groa in this timeline saw the different version of Ragnarok events that include Kratos, and then Odin still attempted to steal her knowledge and see the prophecy as she saw it, not fully but partially, it could be the reason why Odin has switched up his focus from finding the giants and stopping Ragnarok to Kratos now being the focus but just not knowing who he is or how to find him. This would also mean that maybe the protection spell cast by Faye around their home in Midgard was as much for Faye as it was for Kratos, so Odin could never find them. Do you guys see what I'm seeing here? Kratos will change the events of Ragnarok and actually save the giants from the alternate prophecy of Ragnarok. I think this is going to be super cool. Like usual, guys, if you enjoyed this theory and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more God of War related videos like this. And as a little teaser for you guys to look forward to the future, my next video will likely be on exactly how the giants are resurrected in time for Ragnarok. I'll see you guys next time.